my dear learners, how are you all? I hope you all are doing good. So here I am, your computer educator, Yashvi. I welcome you all in your computer class. In this class, we will start chapter number, which chapter? 7th. Yes. So I am hoping so the previous chapters is totally clear to you. Yes. So here we will move on chapter number 7th of your book. And the name of the chapter is More on Scratch Programming. In the previous classes, like in class 4th, we already learned about Scratch programming. What is Scratch programming? How we can do this programming, okay? But in this class, as we are move on the higher class, like class 5th, so here we will see all these things in little bit detail, okay? So let's start, okay? So let's start, and before starting, meet your friend. Hi, I am Marvin. In the previous class, we learned how our sprite can perform different action on Scratch. We already know the sprite is there, and in the sprite, we can say they do a lots of programming in Scratch. Okay. We also learned that how to change the background, customs, and direction of the sprite. Yes, in the class 4th, we already know how we change the direction, how we change the background. Okay. In this chapter, we will learn about more feature of Scratch programming. In this class also we will see some other or some in-depth programming of Scratch programming. In-depth in Scratch programming, okay? Starting with the first one, drawing shape in Scratch. If I want to draw different shapes in Scratch programming, can I do? Yes, I can able to do. But how? Let's see, okay? In the Scratch, the pen, blocks and parts are sprite to create drawings and add color pixels to the screen. These blocks are color coded as dark green and are often used to draw the footprints of the sprite. There are many blocks in Scratch that are used to draw shapes. Nowadays, we can see in the Scratch programming, we can draw different shapes. We can change the background. We can also change the sprites, okay? We can add different animals in it, okay? These things we can do in Scratch programming, okay? But first, let's see some of their tools, okay? What are these tools? Starting with pen up. What is pen up? What is pen down? Okay? What is pen up? What is pen down? Set pen color to change pen shade. How we can do this? What is pen up, pen down? What is it? Let's see. So, pen up. Starting with pen up. What is it? It is pen up. So this blocks put the sprite up. With this help, we can able to put the sprite up. Okay. So this blocks put the sprite up so that it does not draw anything while moving on the screen. Okay. We can do this thing if we don't want that sprite can draw anything on the screen. So we will put pen up. Okay. Now, pen down means with the help of pen down, what thing is happen with this? So this blocks put the pen down so that the sprite can draw lines and can move on the screen. With the help of pen down, the sprite can able to draw anything on the screen. Okay. Now, set pen color. What is the role of set pen color? So this blocks changes the color pen as per the user choice. So you can change the color of the pen with the help of this setting. Okay. Next, change pen shade. So you can change the shading of the pen also. How? Let's see. So this blocks keeps the pen color but lightens or darken the shade of the color by the value mentioned. So we can increase and decrease the size of the shade. Okay. We can intensify the shading and diminishing the shading. Okay. So for light shade, we use negative value. Of course, if I want the shading should be in light color, so I put negative value. Okay. And for the darker shade, we use positive value. So negative value for the lighter shade and positive value for the darker shade. So these things we can do in the Scratch programming. Okay. Now in the Scratch programming, stamps are also there. What is it? Let's see. This blocks makes the duplicate of the sprite image on the stage. So here, if I want my sprite duplicate, okay, or one more sprite, a similar one, a duplicate one. So it is stamp. Okay, here I can see this sprite duplicate is here. Okay, so we need to write the given block of code to draw a shade, or we can say shape in Scratch. Okay, this is how we can create a duplicate sprite. Okay, now we will see sensing block. What is sensing block? Let's see. Sensing blocks are color coded light blue colors, or we can say light blue blocks used to detect things such as determine the location of the mouse pointer, its distance from the other sprite, etc. Okay, so these blocks are in the blue color, light blue color. Okay, so they help us to detect the mouse pointer and distance from the other sprite. Okay. Okay, for example, the ask and the answer block. So there should be a answer block and the ask block is there. Okay, can you see these blocks are there? So, for example, the ask and the answer block, the ask block takes input from the user through the keyboard, whereas the answer block store the keyboard inputs. When we run the program, then the questions appear in the voice bubble on the screen. The program waits for the answer of the user. Let us how this programming work. Let's see with this step by step. Okay, first delete the default cat sprite from the screen. So the cat sprite is there on the screen. Delete that one. Choose the dinosaur sprite. You have to choose not cat, dinosaur sprite. Third, choose stage to backdrop from the library. So you have to choose this one. See, these things you can able to understand only when you can try these things on the computer screen. That's the reason, that's the thing you can able to do. Next is fourth, create the sprite by dragging and placing the three blocks. Okay, then ask blocks enable the user to type input with the help of keyboard. Next is 6, drag and place the answer block on the text field of the block. Click run option. 7, the message will displayed on the stage along with the text box. See, this is how we can do. See, this is how we can do. If I want our text should be written here on the screen of my Scratch programming. If I change my sprite cat to dinosaur, I can able to change. And I want that my dinosaur is moved from this place to this place. This is also I can able to do. Okay. Next, 8 is type the answer in the text box. See, the answer question is there. So type the answer in the text box. Please enter key or click on the checkbox. 9th, the answer will disappear in the voice bubble of the stage at the specific number of the section. See, this is how we can able to add question and answer in this programming. Okay, now taking decision in Scratch. If I want to take a decision in a Scratch programming, can I able to do? Yes. How? Let's see. The if then else blocks. So what blocks are there? If and then blocks are there in Scratch programming. So if then else blocks help us to take decision in Scratch. So if and then block help us to do a decision in Scratch programming. It is control block which checks the given condition. They check the given condition. If and then are the one they can check the condition. If the condition is true, what I am telling you, if the condition is true, the code inside the given space will be activated. Okay. If condition is true, the code is activated and the sprite will continue, and then the sprite come and they continue their work. If the condition is false, the code inside the second space will be activated. So if the condition is false, the code inside the second space, not the first one, second space will activate it. In the first space, which code is activated if the condition is true? And if the condition is false, second space, we can say the code that is inside in the second space will activate it. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, now repeating a task. If I want to repeat a task in a Scratch programming, can I do? Yes. So when we want to repeat a set of command, then we use forever block which help us to run a sprite continuously until stop. If I want something or some actions to be do in a continuous basis, we use repeating a task button. The sprite which is written inside the block will be executed in a loop and will continue until we press the stop button. It cannot stop automatically until we press the stop button, then only it can stop. Okay, so this is how we can make something in a continuous way in our Scratch programming. Okay, now using operators blocks. So what is operators block? Let's see. So the operator blocks are used to perform arithmetic and logical calculation in Scratch. So we can do arithmetic and logical calculation in a Scratch programming with the help of operators block. These blocks are color coded as green, light green. So the color of these operators are a light green color. See, this is the light green color. So they perform arithmetic and logical calculations related to questions. Okay, and the color of this is light green color. Important. These things are very important. We can also use these blocks to compare number. We can use this light green blocks to compare the number. Let us learn more about these blocks. Let's see something more about these blocks. Using mathematical operator in Scratch. Using mathematical operators in Scratch. How we can use mathematical operators? Let's see. Mathematical operators means the values or the operators are used to do calculation part. Okay. So the operators blocks are used to solve mathematical equation in Scratch. So we can able to solve mathematical equations with the help of which block? Operator blocks. They are light green in color and round in shape. What is it? See the color and see the shape. Light green and round in shape. So they perform the calculation part in the Scratch programming. Let us do calculation given program. Let us do the calculation how? Let's see step by step. First, open a new document in a Scratch window. Open the new program. Choose a sprite from the library. Choose your sprite. Select the category animal from this sprite library. So of course you can choose your own animal as a sprite. Select the sprite from the animal category and click OK. First select the sprite, okay, then click OK on a button on it. Then step 5th is from the event block category, select when clicked button, or we can say when clicked block. Which block? Select when clicked block and place it in the sprite area. So this is the block. When this block that is here in the brown color, when clicked block. So this block you have to select first. Okay. Then step 6, from the loops block category, drag the say block. So then say blocks comes. Okay, which block? Say blocks. Okay, and pull under the when click block. So under when click block, say blocks comes. Okay, and after say blocks, the operator blocks comes. Okay, so we can say the say blocks and pull under the when click block change as per the command given in the image below. So here we can say the answer, you want the answer 2 into 2. You want which answer? 2 into 2. Then the operator block is behind, or we can say under the say block. See, then click and drag operator block from the operator block category and place it inside answer block. See, this block is placed. When block, say blocks and the operator blocks. This is how we can arrange. Okay. Now see the answer. Okay. See the answer that is here. Okay. So this is how we can do the calculation part. Now how we do the arithmetic operators? Arithmetic operators means adding, additions, subtractions, all these things. Let's see how. In Scratch, we have access to 4 arithmetic operators enable us to perform mathematical calculations. We can able to perform mathematical operation with the help of arithmetic operators. These arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So mostly the arithmetical operations are the 4 one. Okay, the code given here shows a simple calculation. See, the simple calculation is given below. First, the when click button is there. Under that, we have to say save button is there, in which you can write the question like you want to add the addition of 2 plus 3. You want the answer of 2 plus 3. And the operator blocks given here, and you can see the answer that is 5. Okay, this is how we can do this arithmetical part of in the Scratch programming. Now we will see the relational operators. If I want to show the relational values. Of course, operators blocks also show the relational value like greater than, less than, equal to. Okay, so we can show this with the help of operators block. Let's see how. In mathematics, we use different signs like less than, greater than, and equal to compare two numbers. If I want to compare two numbers, so I use greater than, less than, and equal to sign. In Scratch, we use relational blocks to compare. Which blocks important? If I want to compare two things, okay, if I want to adding, subtraction, multiplication, division, I use operator blocks. But if I want to compare two numbers, so I want relational blocks. Okay, so in Scratch we use relational blocks to compare two or more values. So two or more values, if I want to compare, I use the rational blocks. It has three operators that allow us to compare the rational between two or more values or variables. It gives the result in the form of true and false. Of course, if the operators works, the answer should be in the form of true or false. Okay, see the example. For example, this is less than. So you have to write any two number like this. That first number should be less than the second number. Then only it is true. Okay, like here 50 is less than 150. So 150 is smaller number and 150 is a larger number. So we can able to use this operator sign less than. Now we have to show the greater than sign. So 150 comes first and 50 comes at second. So here we can say 150 is the larger or the greater number. Okay, then your statement will be satisfied only. If I want to show equal to, so I want to write both the number equal on the either side, right and left side should be equal. So 50 is equal to 50, that means both the numbers are totally equal. Okay, so greater than, less than, and equal to is a which sign? Relational block sign. Okay, next. So we can say the less than block will be true if the first value is less than the second value. If the first value is less than second value, then only it is true. That, like in here, in this case, it is absolutely true because first value is less than the second value. It verifies less than statement. Okay. So the less than block will be true if the first value is less than the second value. In the same way, the greater than block will be true if the first value is greater than the second value. Similarly, the equal to block will be true if both the values are equal. These blocks are also known as comparison blocks. Okay, relational block, comparison block, we can say anything. Okay, so because we are comparing two numbers in it. Okay, so that's why. So if the comparison is true, then the program will go down to the next line to the code and do what there is there. If the code is false, then the code will be not executed. Okay, so this is how. Now we will see logical operators. So some logical operators is also there in Scratch programming. Let's see. Logical operator in Scratch can use to combine two or more relational operators to produce a single true false result. Okay, like these, and, or, not. These are the three operators: and, or, and not. Okay, so when the and operators comes, so this this will result in true when true expression is true. Okay, next, or operator, this result is true only if either of the expression is true. Okay, next, nor operator, so this result is true only if the expression is false. Okay, when the expression is false, then we can say not. We use not operator. And when we say neither is true, we can say it is or operator. And when we say two expression is true, we say and. Okay, so and, or, and not is clear. Now we will see changing location randomly. If I want to change the location, how I can do. Okay, so we can also use to pick random number block to specify the location of the sprite at random. To do so, first add a new sprite on the stage area. Click random number block on the sprite area. Add grid blocks to randomly change the sprite positions. Fourth, drag and place the block in the sprite area to create a Scratch sprite. This is how we create. Okay, yeah, so this chapter is totally over. So I'm hoping so this chapter is small, because in the previous classes we already know about this chapter, so it become easier for you to understand. Okay, So yeah, this is the chapter all about. So thank you so much, my dear learners, for watching this video. I will meet you in your next class with the next chapter, with the next video. Okay, till then, revise all the chapters. Take care. Bye bye.